Hello folks and welcome back to SnowRunner. So yes, my audio is working. Alright, so for those of y'all on YouTube that will be watching this, you missed the excitement. I started my stream a few minutes ago and my washer started bucking, so I jumped up, ran in there to stop it, and cat jumped in front of me and I avoided the cat and slammed myself into the door jamb and ended up blooding my nose, so I had to get that stopped. Cat's fine, I didn't step on him. I cussed him, but I did not step on him. So we're back. Had to stop the stream for a few minutes, but I just got started, so I think we'll be okay. And what we're going to do in this episode is I'm going to do the Lost Bags contract, and then we're going to go over to Island Lake and we're going to take care of some of those containers. 3 containers to take over and drop off, and I also have 1 to take over to the harbor. So I need to complete those in order to go over and do Out with the Old, and I need to get that one accomplished. So those are my goals for this episode. We'll see how that works. And I got all the way over here, started crossing this, only to realize that I still don't have the SnowRunner gears on it, and I still don't have the mud tires on it yet. It seems to be doing okay though. I'm thankful for that. So let's see if we can climb up out of here with phone power. Oh yeah. It's a tough truck. Steering is screwed up, but it's a tough truck. If you hear thumping in the background, that is the cat jumping up and down. I've got some wall units, and I have made him a little obstacle course that he can run up and down. So he likes doing that. He likes climbing. Makes him feel like a panther. And he will sleep all day long. The minute I turn on a video game, that's when he wants to run around. Either that or 2 o'clock in the morning. But he's my buddy and I forgive him for it. I don't know, we just passed one, but I like getting that one on the way back. So we'll go ahead and run over here, grab this one. Grab the other one, and I should, yes, I've got enough room for it. And then we'll head this truck over to Island Lake. Easier to back out there than it is to turn around. And I don't want to try to back up with a load on it. Anchor and the crane. So a little tip, if you are out in soft area like this, make sure you put the anchors down and make sure they get down all the way before deploying the crane, because if you don't, the truck can turn out to be lopsided, where the crane will tilt the truck or the anchors get all the way down. Close enough. Alright, let's go get you. Bob's Gaming, how you doing tonight? We are over here and we are doing the developers hard mode with all American trucks tonight. I'm doing pretty good. I said in the beginning of the video, I'd started the stream, got about a minute into it. My washer started bucking and I went to go turn it off real quick and ended up tripping over the cat, hitting a wall, and busting my nose. So I had to put the stream on, had to stop it for a little bit. But I'm okay now. I lived through it, and so did the cat. Alright, off this way a little bit. No, a little bit less. I'm going to be pulling it up that way. I want to make sure that got the truck as level as I can get it. Because the anchors do sink. I don't want this truck flipping over. Got nobody here to help it. Alright. Let's see how she does through here. Because again, I forgot to put the mud tires on it, or the SnowRunner gears. But it's going pretty good. I really like this truck. I like that it's very flexible. With a crane and a flatbed on it, you can also pull a trailer. Not a lot of trucks can do that. Just don't like the steering. It has that slight delay in it, and then all of a sudden it will catch, take off direction and turning. It's a little hard to drive. Alright. $2,900. Try not to knock over his mailbox. Or her mailbox. I don't know who lives there. Oh, so you get in the game in 7 days. Excellent. If you like driving games, you're going to love this game. There are a few issues with the game as you get further on. Some of the maps have a few little glitches and stuff, but there is a patch coming out that should fix a lot of the glitches. We're hoping. But so far in the early maps, I haven't run into any problems so far since the last update. So thankful for that. Yes, it is a very fun game, and I highly recommend this game to anybody. It's just a nice, chilled game. You go at your own pace, do it the way you want to do it. There are so many options with this game. Just depends on your skill level and what you're into. Now, I do have all the bells and whistles with the game, so I've got both year 1 and year 2, and I bought all the DLC trucks because they're not that expensive. Is that a change? I don't remember the creek running down that close. Yeah, maybe it's just where I haven't paid that much attention. Whoa, where am I going? I was looking at the scenery, not paying attention where I was going. Oh, so you have MudRunner? MudRunner is good in its own form. You know, there was nothing else like it when MudRunner came out, so we kind of overlooked a lot of stuff on it. There are some things this game does so much better than MudRunner, but there's still some things that MudRunner did better than this game. Wow, I am all over the place here. I don't know where the heck I'm going. Blame it on the cat, get me discombobulated. Actually entered this area sooner than I normally would. There we go. We're on the right path now. So normally I wouldn't even need this truck over here. I've got enough trucks over there to take care of it. But the flaming barrels I want to do with this truck. It's just easier than trying to load up one of the flatbeds. Yeah, multiplayer. I have played a lot of multiplayer in the game the first year and didn't have any problems with it. Everything ran beautifully. Now, since they've added the last set of maps, multiplayer is a little bit on the glitchy side. And hopefully this patch that's coming out, I think the middle of this month, will fix those issues. It's one of the things they're working on, is to fix the multiplayer. I like the multiplayer. One thing I wish they would do that would be very helpful to me is give us more save slots. Alright, let's refuel you. Because with 4 save slots, I really don't have enough slots for the different games that I'm running, so I really can't do a lot of multiplayer. Because I have this one, the developer's hard mode. I've got my own hardcore series, the one that I came up with, which I really like, and I'm the furthest in that. I'm running my speed run. No, I need international. They're both over here, but I need to move to international. Nope, I need to move Western Star. Come on, think what you're doing. So I use the Western Star to load that one up. There you go, come on. A little bit of mud's not going to stop you. I have been very impressed by the TranStar. One of those trucks I never really used in any of my playthroughs, but now I'm forced to. And again, it's very impressive for being a highway truck, meaning I don't get all-wheel drive with it at all. So I'm going to wiggle the trailer around a little bit. Because the crane can pick this up, problem is I cannot load it onto this trailer with it hooked up. Some cargo I can, this cargo I cannot. It's too big. And let's hope that I don't flip it. Wonderful. No flipping. And deploy the crane so I don't flip it over with the crane when I deploy it. Now the anchor should go under the trailer. Yes. That works. Come a little closer. Ah, come on. There you go. That's how you should. Storm crane. Slide out of here without taking the trailer. Go in here at an angle. Should not slip it over. Or flip it over. Oh, I need to pack it. Alright, so we'll take this one over first. I've already delivered one. I mean, it's just a rinse and repeat. So I got one over there now. Deliver these two, and then I'll pick up another one to take out to the harbor. Once I do that, then I should be able to complete the out with the old mission over on that. Trees. They're very stubborn. Good for winching, but when you don't need to winch, they're a pain in the butt. And I'm not going to do it. Oh, just, and I lost it. I've realized the Transstar is a little bit of a beast. Now, I wouldn't take it in seriously deep mud. And I'm seriously doubting if it'll go in Mondra. But it does pretty good. Plenty of gas, so I fill up when I come back. There was a watchtower that I'd forgotten. I took the Jeep over, did that. And the mission, a little help from my friends. It's just you're going up in the mountains up there and hitting a couple of points. Went ahead and took care of that. Haven't been able to stream this week. Just work has been crazy, as usual. Getting up early, getting home late. Today's my day off. Me and the wife went out to flea market, not flea markets, but oh yeah, flea markets, and took a look at a big one we'd never been to. Not too awful bad. Found a couple of things I liked. Do it. Throw the wheels down a little bit. Yep. Oop. Take it out of there. And let's see who we can hook to. I hooked that. Do the dot dance. So I did find something really cool at the flea market, and I had to get it. Oop. As I hit a tree. I found a Molly Hatchet 8-track. So I had to add that to my collection. What's wrong with that? So always liked Molly Hatchet, and I have an 8-track player, so why not? That's 2 of the 3. Turned around and get you out of here. Don't need to come back. So also found me a couple of army hats. I like my army hats. Found a couple of flags too, but they're kind of expensive. Yeah, I wanted too much for them. And found a couple of things that if my wife was not with me, I'd have probably ended up bringing home. But she was there, she spoiled my fun. She says I have too much junk. I do not have junk. I have my stuff. I'm a collector of the old. So I found a guy had 2 Sega Genesis game systems there. Found an old Nintendo, even an Atari 2600. And I really wanted them. She said no. And she is the keeper of the money. My buddies laugh at me though. We'll be talking about buying something or going somewhere, and Let them know. I gotta check with the wife, see if my allowance has come in yet. And they asked me, "You don't know what you have in your bank account?" Nope, I sure don't. I don't handle the bank account. She handles it, and all of my bills are paid. I have gas. I get my allowance every 2 weeks. Spend on bubble gum and hookers if I want to. It's only $20, so the bubble gum pretty much takes it all. We have done that for 26 years, and it has worked out beautifully. I don't see any reason why we need to change. Reminds me, tomorrow is my 26th wedding anniversary. 26 years and no chance of parole. People laugh when they ask us how we met. We met in prison. So we were both correctional officers at the time. Met in prison. I proposed in a graveyard. We got married by the Justice of the Peace. Get off me. And we had our reception at Go-Mart. They had tables and they had coffee cake. Dated for about 4 months before we got married, and have been together 26 years. Alright, going too slow. There you go. That's the power I was looking for. Come on, a little faster. That high range gearbox. This truck likes to run in high range. I find that's true with a lot of American trucks. They go into high range pretty easily and they'll stay in high range without bogging down. Maybe the Russian trucks will do that too, but it seems like the bigger they are, the easier they bog down. Got enough gas, which is a good thing because I've already passed fuel tankers. I forgot to look. Alright, so let's see if high range will get me through here. Now we got all the trees out of the way. Nope. So we'll stick some diff on. It'll make it through here once I get the engine upgrade. I can't get that until I go to Alaska. Can't go to Alaska until I finish this region. Crabby trees. Alright, money. I need the money. So I really want to get the lodestar before, or as soon as I get over to Alaska. I'd like to go before then, but I don't know if I can. I boogered that backup job. Alright, fill you up, go get the next container, which I'm not going to get it until there's no sense of pulling it all the way down there. I'll hit the last drilling site before I get to the tunnel. And load it. There you go. Matter of fact, I'm not even taking this trailer. I have another trailer sitting down in that area. Save me a little bit on gas. Somebody parked that truck there, right in my way. I almost made it one shot. So if you're wondering what this other trailer is, those are the two things I need for the super order over here. Since I was coming over here, I went ahead and loaded them up. I still need a concrete slab, but there is one over on Drummond Island that I can pick up and bring over. Don't need any repairs. And I'm fast running out of fuel, free fuel. We'll have to start buying fuel here pretty soon. Alright, let's check out where this trailer is. Oh, I gotta go up there and get it, and then come back. Yeah, we'll do that. I need to get that trailer anyway. It's just sitting out there in the middle of nowhere. And I have a fuel tanker down at the other end, so I'm not worried about fuel. I'm thinking it still has fuel in it. Pretty sure I haven't gone down this way very often. Look like a lumber yard. And then we'll shoot on past it. I think I need any more lumber. I have to deliver some logs over here. I haven't done any of the logging missions yet. On these 3 maps. Completed them on Black River. I'll probably leave those for last. A lot of it's just rinse and repeat. I'll probably off camera get it down to where I just have 1 or 2 loads left. Okay, all of that is completed. Kind of take it easy on this road. This road damages you a lot. Too many trees. Alright, so I believe we would come back and head down that way. I have to get a trailer first. I'm thinking it's a sideboard trailer. I don't believe it's a flatbed. Could be wrong. I've been wrong once or twice. Really? I hate these trees in the road. Nope, this side. And I got to turn around home. That's high. We can fix that. I watched a streamer the other night, and that person was having so many problems just trying to back up one of these trailers. And they were getting frustrated. It's just one of those things you have to practice at. Just get it over in the garage or some other big wide open area and just back it around the wide open area. Learning which way you got to turn, how much to turn, when to turn. All it is practice. I love driving tractor trailers in the Army. Never really wanted to do any over-the-road stuff when I got out. I think I just wanted to settle down a little bit. I'd been all over the world. And when I got out of the Army, I spent 6 months just traveling around the U.S. on my motorcycle. Had a good time doing that. I went to see because I'd seen, about anything you wanted to see in Europe, I'd seen it. And hadn't really seen much of the U.S. So I went to see all the big tourist locations. I went to the Grand Canyon, Mount Rushmore, saw the Golden Gate Bridge. I keep forgetting about that. There's a tree back here in the road. The truck will run over it. Trailers get caught on it every time. And if you're not careful, it will flip it. But I wanted to see things that I guess the B list of tourist attractions, or maybe it's more like the C or D list. But things like the biggest ball of twine in the world. Or the biggest frying pan in the world. See things like that. I keep saying I want to go out there and get on that, see if I can climb up on that rock. And I never do. And I'm not going to do it this time. Let's get the container out here. Oh, there you go. Yeah, that was convenient. Trailer, right. And snuggle up against this trailer. After I deploy the crane. Gotta knock the trailer over. Good. Not too high. Come on, bring it in. It's tricky balancing the need to lift it up and twist it. Yeah, it's touching it right. You can't go too far. There you go. As you go too far, you risk tipping it or crane not being strong enough to pick it up. Alright, and packet. Almost forgot. And we'll get you out of here. So for this one, it is rescue forwarding. Nope. It is harbor delivery. Then I can do the out with the old. Plenty of gas. I will refuel before I go onto Drummond Island. Right. Daylight is coming upon us. Seems like in this playthrough I've been doing the harder stuff at night. And when it gets daytime, it's a lot of easy type of stuff. Just how it's working out. And it is the developer's hard mode, which means you cannot shift from day to night, which I don't do anyway. Come on. Come on, you can do it. I need that bigger engine. Or I need to back down. Got it. Come on. There we go. A little bit of momentum now. Should be alright. Heard somebody talking the other day about how they hate that you have to go to different maps to get better equipment. You get some of the upgrades. All the upgrades for a truck should be on the map you get the truck at. And I disagree. Because when you get that upgrade, you appreciate it more, having driven the truck without the upgrade. And it's just my personal opinion. But what I would like to see them do is mix the upgrades up. Every time you start a playthrough, the upgrades, they can still have the same upgrade locations, but you get different upgrades, or you never know exactly where the upgrade is. You go someplace thinking you're getting the SnowRunner gears, and you actually end up with the all-wheel drive unit for this truck. Put a little extra degree of difficulty in it. If you've done a few playthroughs, you already know where all the upgrades are. When I get to Alaska, I know where the trucks are that I need to get. BM17 and the and K38. And I know where all their upgrades are. I remember the first time I played, it was like almost like Christmas when you found an upgrade. What am I going to get? So what kind of bike did I ride? I had a, this was back in the 90s. So I had a 1986 Suzuki GS 450 that I had bored out to a 550. Just a cruiser. That's the last one that I had. Had a few others. Had a Kawasaki 454. Had a Honda Hurricane. I had something else. I forgot what it was now. Oh, I had a 78 Honda 250 that I really liked. It's a really old one. Fixed it up a little bit. It ran pretty good. And I'm not one of these idiots that go out and have to do 175 miles an hour on the interstate. So I really didn't need that much power on for a motorcycle. I just like cruising around. But I haven't had one in many years. Keep saying every summer I'm going to get me another one. And I never do. Seems like about the time I'm ready to go start looking, something happens. You know, house needs a roof. Kid needs a car. All those little things. Had a Harley Davidson once for about 3 days. I sold that immediately. I don't like Harleys. They're not bad bikes, and they look nice. I guess it's not that I don't like Harleys. I don't like those hardcore Harley riders that have to have everything as loud as they possibly can. I'm just not into that. For a new rider, first off, it depends on what you want it for. If you want to just cruise around, then get a small cruiser or even a medium cruiser. But you don't want to spend a lot of money on your first bike. My suggestion would be buy a used one. That way you're not that worried if you lay it down, because you're going to lay it down. That's just a fact. And you don't want some $20,000 Harley Davidson that you get to a stop sign and it lays over and does, you know, $2,000 worth of damage to it. If you're into sport bikes, I was looking at 2 years ago, I was thinking about getting one of those Kawasaki Ninjas, the 600s. Because I haven't had a sport bike in a long time. I've only had one. But I got to looking at those Ninjas, and they actually have a good bit of power to them. Or no, wait a minute. It's the 500, the Ninja 500. They've got a good bit of power to it. They've got good ratings, and they have anti-lock brakes. Don't even think about it. Let's get you back down on your wheels. Because I was just looking for something to ride back and forth to work. Plus, it doesn't sit over too much. You're not leaned over like most crotch rockets are. You're sitting more upright. And to me, that was just what I was looking for. And then my daughter needed a car, so things happen. This year I bought a truck. So I couldn't do anything this summer. But there's always next spring. You just don't want to go up these hills. Oh, well, duh. Maybe if I put it in all-wheel drive, I can actually get up the hills. And again, maybe not. I lost all momentum. But for new riders, one of the things I would really recommend is taking a motorcycle safety course. Pick one of those that'll show you the proper way of riding, and don't just have your buddy show you, because your buddy probably has bad habits. I know I had bad habits. Well, that's not very good. Come on, you can do it. That's a good truck. I actually taught motorcycle safety classes in the Army when I was over in Europe. In order for anybody, even experienced motorcycle riders, in order for them to get a license in Europe, they had to go through, well, in Italy, they had to go through my class. Come on. So, which really made some people angry, because they'd ridden motorcycles all their lives and were telling them they can't ride them in Europe without going through a safety class. But in the end, they did not. Yeah, most of them. But yeah, take an approved safety class. You can get them just weekend classes, or you can do a class that is a couple of weekends for brand new riders. And yes, I would highly recommend those. That way you learn to do it the right way. The safe way. I've been in a couple of motorcycle crashes. They are not fun. And I rode dirt bikes. I mean, since I was probably 11 years old, I've had a dirt bike. Well, maybe 12 or 13. Yeah, I've always rode dirt bikes. Alright, don't know what is wrong with this truck. It's not wanting to go. Well, I know what's wrong with it. It's got a smaller engine. It said upgrade. So I've got that upgrade, I can go anywhere. My daughter was wanting to learn how to ride. She's tiny. And we were out looking at, I was looking at the the Ninja, and she found that she sat on a Grom, so she really liked the Grom. It fit her really well. It's a small bite. It's driving me nuts. I can't remember the size of that Kawasaki I looked at. Might have been a 600. I don't know, but it wasn't that expensive. Like $4 grand. Yeah, Groms are nice, but it wouldn't. I sat on them. It's not something I would want as an everyday bike to ride. That's kind of what I was looking for. Something I could ride every day and then take out on the weekends if I wanted to. Go back and forth to work. Actually was looking at, I went into the shop. I was actually just going to look at Enduros. But those things have gotten really expensive. And if gas prices keep going the way they're going, I might be able to talk the wife into upping my allowance in the springtime.